All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Los Angeles Chargers rookie running back Omarion Hampton. Hampton has to step up big time because of the injury to Najee Harris, and when you look at his film, he is ready to do so, already growing as a key multifaceted playmaker in this Chargers offense. We'll break all that down today. And as always, in the comment section below, give us any feedback you might have. If you're a fan of these film reviews and want to see us do more of them, consider becoming a member to help support us. There's a link in the description box below that will take you right there. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, let's open up with a running play, of course, and there's Hampton right there, lined up to the right of the quarterback in this situation. So what we're going to get is an interesting concept. We're going to get alt block down right here. We're going to have the play sign guard pulling to kick out the in-man on the line of scrimmage. We're going to have the center also pull to wrap around to be a lead blocker. We're going to have the guard get up to the next level and the tackle trying to do a backside scoop technique. And the running back's trying to keep this flat. Hampton is until working vertical again right behind alt's block right here. And this Hampton run right here is really good because you have to press it wide and be patient and then hit the hole with authority with a lot of chaos going around you. The rookie does a nice job. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. There's a handoff. Good patience. North and south. Good chunk run. First down. All right, let's break this down. Look at Hampton again. See how he keeps it wide and horizontal? Normally, you want to have running backs hit the hole right as early as possible, but this is a super slow developing play. You got to be patient. Even though there's chaos all around you, like we see right here, you can see the pulling guard in the center. They work up to the next level. Backside tackle. Man, that's a tough block, but he doesn't quite get there. Does a good job avoiding the holding penalty there. Give credit where credit is due to 79. But Hampton, again, you wait for the right moment, and they get north and south, and then run with authority, and that's exactly what he does. Finishing hard, falling forward, checking every box there. Again, not a perfect performance from Hampton, of course. Got to avoid the turnovers. They are a real problem, something he has to make sure doesn't happen going forward. Talking about fumbles, of course. But when you look at Hampton, number 8 right here, doing a great job. Patient, patient, patient. North and south, finish the run. Nice rep. All right, from the wide copy, you can see Hampton right there. Again, watch as he's so patient, keeping it horizontal the entire time, lets the block set up, and then north and south, and then finishes and falls forward. That's one thing I really like about Hampton. He falls forward every single time. He wasn't known for being a big physical, bruising back coming out of college. He still isn't, an imposing guy, but he runs the football in such a way that he always get extra yards after contact. It's a big difference between, 2nd and 7 and 2nd and 5, and getting a first down and getting to 3rd and 1 where you could potentially get stuffed. Falling forward and getting those extra yards, like right here, contact's made right around the 40-yard line. Where does he fall forward to? 42.5. That's an extra 2.5, 3 yards right up the heart of the defense after contact. And again, his patience is showcased here. They don't block everybody perfectly, right? 96 is right there to make a play, able to run through that arm tackle, follows the blocks where they are made well. Nice play here from Omarion Hampton. All right, sticking with the running game, what we're going to get here from the Chargers is a standard inside zone kind of concept. So we're going to get the tight end taking a zone path this direction, tackle zone path this direction, guard base reaching here, center working up to the next level, and then backside scoops, backside cutoffs on the backside. And we're going to have Hampton take this track right here, work in this direction. Normally how this works out is the defense really flows hard and the running back has to cut back behind it. But if you're the running back, and let me clear up the picture for you there, you have to press this because there's a chance with all this green grass, and if you get a good block right here, you may follow this in this situation, which is exactly what happens here when it comes to Hampton. But when you have to keep it wide, you have to have the ability to break linebackers flowing downhill, break in their tackles, and Hampton does that here. Again, yards after contact, underrated part of his game. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. There's a zone path. Good hole. Breaks a tackle there. Nicely done. Falls forward at the end of it as well. Good run from number 8. Let's break this down all the way here. We can see the tight end, the H-back there. He gets on the outside. That defensive end maintains contain. He doesn't do a good job there. That defensive end in 42 does a good job, kind of torquing him a little bit there. Good job on the play side. We see Alt getting up to the next level. 77 reaches that defensive lineman. Really good there. But this is a situation right here with the center. That's a tough block. He can't quite get there. That's on you. Running back, I always say every good running back has to make one person miss. You got to make a miss or break the tackle, stiff arm him, whatever you got to do. And we go with the stiff arm here and break that tackle and get a bunch of yards after contact. Again, Hampton, not necessarily known for the most physical guy, and this isn't, a Derrick Henry stiff arm, but he gets the extra yardage. Like, look where the contact is made. Right there. I think that's like the 17-yard line. Where does he end up going out of bounds? Near the 20. Again, 2 or 3 yards after contact. That's what we see from Omarion Hampton all the time. He's known for being an elusive guy, a big play guy. Haven't seen a whole lot of that yet, but he reads the holes. He's a patient runner, and he breaks tackles and gets extra yards after contact. Nice play from number 8. All right, from the wide copy, get a really good look at it here. First of all, it's really well blocked. Look at this hole. I mean, This is awesome right here for the Chargers. They're just one block away from taking it to the next level. Now, that's a tough block for the center, mind you, but that's where Hampton comes into the fold, right? You're a first-round pick. You're a star running back, supposedly. You got to make one person miss. You got to break one tackle, and that's what Hampton does here. Linebackers got him dead in the ranks, right? This is what a linebacker he gets paid to do. Hampton says, I'll get paid one day, too. I get paid a lot of money as a first-round pick. Maybe I'll make a lot more money in the future. I think Hampton will if he continues to make plays like this over the duration of his rookie contract. Again, patient runner, but when it's time to hit the hole, he does so with authority, and he makes it look so effortless, right? Some of these guys, when they break tackles, it looks hard, it slows momentum. It almost looks like Hampton doesn't really even slow down there. He just keeps running his feet, gets extra yards after contact. All right, let's highlight the pass game real quick. You can see Hampton right there line up in a standard tailback position. It's going to be a play fake to Hampton going this way. Then he's going to leap into the full on the flat right there just as a check down for the quarterback. So as Herbert play fakes, he steps up in the pocket looking for something downfield. Nothing's there as the pressure comes in, so he throws it out to the flat. Now this is a situation where Hampton, it's well covered, right? It's a dead play. The defense does a really good job, but I love his hands. Again, turning what could have been a 2nd and 10 or a sack potentially, if it would have been a sack or a throwaway, it would have been 2nd and 10, to a positive play to help out his team. Let's check it out. There's a snap, play action, pocket collapsing, hits the flat, Hampton, minimal gain. Let's look at it from the wide copy in a second, get a real better look at it here. And you can see Hampton at the bottom of your screen. There's a play fake, leaks out in the flat. Great hands catch. I mean, look at that pluck right there. Pluck, really nicely done. That's not easy for running backs, right? I love any sort of running back that this kind of receiving ability. Again, it's a minimal gain. We're talking like a yard or two, right? We're not talking about, I mean, look, you can see the first down, the yard marker at the 25. The ball was snapped at the 25. So we're talking about like a gain of a yard, maybe a yard and a half. But it is a difference, right? There's a difference between 2nd and 9 and 2nd and 8 and 2nd and 10, right? Especially when you're running football team. Those plays matter. It also makes a bigger difference in trust and confidence. Having the quarterback know that he can trust you as a receiver out of the backfield to catch the football, to make tough catches, to bail him out. In this situation right here, Herbert's in the pocket, right? Can't throw it away, right? What does he do? Take a sack or try and scramble, turn a bad play worse? Instead, he knows, hey, I trust Hampton. I can throw it to him and get something positive. Nice catch by the rookie. All right, going back to the running game, and there's Hampton right there, of course, to the left of Herbert, lined up in the shotgun formation. So what we're going to get here is a draw play, right? It's 3rd and long. They're just trying to run the football to get extra yards for field position purposes, right? Makes sense, not a terrible strategy in this situation. So left tackle is going to sell, pass, and block. Right tackle, same thing, sell, pass, and block. Guard, sell, pass, and block. Sell, pass, and block there. Kind of double team action there. Center working up to the next level. Hampton selling pass and then getting the football, trying to run that direction. Again, the goal here is just to get as many yards as you can to give room for your punter. But I like Hampton's focus here. He's one of these guys that when he gets the football in space, he doesn't do anything stupid. He doesn't try to juke. He doesn't try and do anything crazy. He just gets north and south, splits defenders, gets the maximum amount of yardage that's available on any play. That's so important. He never ends up with fewer yards than the yards that is there. I love to see that in the tailback. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a draw. North and south. Split the defenders. Fall forward. Again, you're punting, right? You're running the football here to get more yardage for your punter. And that's exactly what Hampton does. How many times do we see young running backs in this situation right here? If I back it up just a smidge. Right here, they see a safety come up. They see a linebacker. What do? Oh, they try and bounce it outside, right? They end up losing about a couple of yards right there. So instead of it being like a 6-7 yard run, it ends up being like a 1 yard run, right? Doesn't give you as much field position, right? 4 or 5 yards, guess what? It matters, right? Close game. Broncos, Chargers. That was a heck of a game, heck of a finish, of course. Those yardage, they matter. Field position matters. Hampton plays that game. He knows, I'm going to get north and south. I'm going to get as much as I can. Situational awareness. He knows they're giving him the football not because they expect to get the first down. Look, if it's there, you can take it. But right here, you have no chance to get the first down. They got you surrounded. It's good defense. Get the maximum yardage that's available. That's what good runners do, and that's what Hampton does here. He does it all the time. I think that's why he'll be a key piece of this offense going forward. All right, from the wide copy, get a really good look at it. Again, we're talking long yardage situation. Broncos playing pass, hand it off right there. Look, is there any way you're getting to the sticks? The 35-yard line is the first down marker. Right here, if you're Hampton, is there any universe where you get close, right? No way. I mean, even if you bounce this outside, you got guys pursuing, you've got leverage right here, you got one-on-one block right here, you got a safety coming up, you got another player flying across the field, you got backside pursuit. I mean, it would be an incredible play. So what do you do if you're Hampton? Just get what you can, right? Right here, just get north and south and get the extra 5 yards. Perfect. Play the field position game. I can't tell you how many running backs, young and old, right here after the snap, they try and be a hero. They're like, oh my goodness, let me sprint to the sideline. I think I'm Barry Sanders. I can make 5 people miss and outrun the entire defense to get 15 yards. It's the NFL. You can't do that, folks. Only one person ever could, and he's Barry Sanders. He's in the Hall of Fame. Look, you were a good player in college, but you weren't Barry Sanders at Oklahoma State. No running back was. In my opinion, greatest college running back of all time. When you look at Hampton here, smart player. Take the yardage that are there. Like any young quarterback, what's it saying? Take what the defense gives you. The rule applies for running backs too. Take what the defense gives you. Nice play here from Hampton. I wanted to take a minute here to bring back some fond memories I had of being a fan, especially when I was younger, and that was collecting trading cards, football cards specifically. It was just an exciting moment as a kid, collecting cards of your favorite players and favorite teams. For me, I always loved the quarterbacks and the running backs. It was such a joy as a kid, saving up money to go buy a pack from the store and then bust it open to see what players or what teams I got, always after the latest exciting rookies. And I'm glad to work with our sponsor today, and that is Arena Club, to bring a new wave, a new era of football card collecting, trading card collecting in general, but we're going to talk football cards today. Arena Club just does a phenomenal job. I love what they do with their slab pack, talking about getting a graded card in every pack. Let's go ahead and pull up their website here to highlight exactly why I love them so much. This is Arena Club's website with their slab packs. You can see it on the screen. They have multiple different packs for multiple different opportunities. Again, for the quality of cards you could get in there in terms of value. You can see all the different sports they offer: baseball, basketball, football, Pokemon. I got myself a Ruby football pack. Without further ado, let's do a little reveal here. Let's see what I got in this pack. Let me go ahead and open it up right there. Really cool reveal right there from Arena Club. Let's see who I got here, guys. Anticipation's killing me. All right, we're talking Bryce Young, quarterback there for the Carolina Panthers. Exciting young player. If you're a fan of the Panthers, fan of the Crimson Tide, or fan of Bryce Young, obviously a big deal. But let's say you're not a big fan and you want to maybe wish you could have gotten something else, right? I've been there. I pulled a J.P. Lossman rookie signed card when I was a kid. Who's J.P. Lossman? You said exactly. I really wish I could have traded this in for another bite at the apple for a different pack back in the day. And guess what? You can do that because Arena Club gives you an offer on that card right there. You can see it on the screen, and you can take that dollar amount and then decide to buy a card or potentially buy more packs based on the offer. I'm going to click decide later just to show you guys the showroom for Arena Club. This is my showroom. Again, phenomenal job they do at the website. There you can see the Bryce Young card right there. And if I go to Arena Club offers, there's the offer we just talked about a second ago. Again, these guys at Arena Club, they do a great job. I'm going to go back to the slab packs. You can see it, right? All these different options, all different price points. And here's the thing, they're big into transparency. I remember as a kid growing up buying different packs, you never knew exactly what you were going to get. They're all about transparency at Arena Club. They list the percent odds to pull particular players based on each different category of pack. And here's the deal. If you use our code SMI, go to arenaclub.com/SMI and use our code SMI, you get 20% off your first slam pack or first card purchase. That's right, 20% off. Massive discount. Go to arenaclub.com/SMI. Use our code SMI to get that massive discount. Again, big fan of Arena Club, big fan of what they're trying to do. Make sure you check them out today. All right, how about some big boy power football here? We love to see it again. We've got offensive tackle, extra offensive tackle in the game. We got a tight end too, got a fullback in the game. And of course, Hampton to dot the I. Power football, old school. Love the way the Chargers play here. So we're going to get just base blocks here on the play side between left tackle and left guard. Double team right here, working up to the next level. Double team right here, working up to the next level. Tight end working out. Fullback leading the way right through here. And again, Hampton, it's downhill. It's mano-a-mano football. But that doesn't mean you run blindly into the line of scrimmage just to see if you can run over a million people. You look for opportunities to cut back when they're there while staying north and south. Hampton does that with a really nice cutback here. Productive play for the offense. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Inside handoff, little cutback, little jump cut, nice play. 4 or 5 yard run right at the heart of the defense. Again, you can see a lot of people in the box. Let's count them, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right here. Broncos in full scale run defense. They're saying we're not going to let you run the football. And they got bodies in the hole, right? They got a lot of guys right here. Watch this little jump cut. Whoop, in the north and south. That's just so good, guys. Everything with Hampton, again, falling forward, yards after contact. Where does he hit? Right there. Where does he end up? 2 or 3 yards forward every single time. It's like clockwork. You don't think he's a physical back? He finishes every run, guys. I mean, it's one of those things. I get he doesn't have the highlight film of like an Ashton Ginty in college running over people. I get it. I understand. People, didn't think he would be this physical, and he's not the most imposing guy, but all he does is fall forward, and he has such good vision. Right here, play looks dead. Look at that. Right into the next hole here, and then falls forward. I mean, that's so good, guys. Again, 1st and 10, power football. Great job here from Omarion Hampton. All right, from the wide copy, it looks just as good. Watch as they run this power football up the middle. Again, not a whole lot there. Jump cut, north and south, fall forward. Look where the contact is made, guys. Right there. Right about, the 36-yard line, 37-yard line right there? Where does he fall forward? Just across the 35. So about, again, 2 to 3 yards falling forward after contact every single time. This isn't perfectly blocked by the Chargers. It's not like a disaster up front, but look, there's just a big old mass of humanity right in the hole, right? Broncos play good defense. But what does a good running back do? He makes one guy miss. In this case, he jumps cuts. In this case, it's this linebacker. You can see this linebacker right here, this backside linebacker right there. Watch him. He reads this perfectly. He's going to be in the hole. Hampton makes a miss with this jump cut right there and then falls forward. Really good run from the rookie. All right, very next play, the Chargers run an old school power concept, which means we're getting blocked down, double team, working up to the next level, block down right here. We're going to get the backside guard pulling and wrapping for linebacker, fullback kicking out the defensive end, running back counter step and falling through everyone just like this. This is just student body right NFL version, right? You get a lot of block downs this way, and then guys going through the hole just like this. And running back, you got to run through with authority. You got to fall forward. You got to break tackles. Great run here from Hampton. Again, he is a physical guy. He finishes runs. Doesn't look that way, but he just makes the play. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Power concept. Not a whole lot there, but he just falls forward, gets the first down. Again, you can see on the backside, they fire a lot of people. They almost get to Hampton, but he's able to break those arm tackles. Again, you can see where's contact initially made. Right there. Breaks the arm tackle. Falls forward after 96. This is just what he does, right? He just breaks tackles. I mean, this isn't perfectly blocked. I mean, good job by 44. I mean, that's a really good contact right in the hole. It's a good kick-out block. You see how his helmet right there is upfield, forces the defensive player to go outside of him. That's what you want there. That's a win. Backside guard pulling, 77. He kind of cleans up a little bit there. You know, kind of clearing the way a little bit, not bad. On the play side right here between 74 and 79, I mean, that's a pretty good job by 79 getting up to the next level. I mean, this is pretty well blocked. I mean, this is just good old school power football. Love to see it. And Hampton, again, running hard, running physical, and finishing the run. Again, falling forward. Every single run is like this, guys. He falls forward. Nice play once again from the rookie. All right, from the wide copy, just get a good look at this. Where's contact initially made? So right there, right at the 36-yard line. So he's able to break that tackle. And then contact is again made right there at like the 33-yard line. Where does he go down? Just about the 31. Again, 2 yards after the second contact. About what? 5 yards after this arm tackle. That's what he does, guys. Falls forward all the time. He has the home run ability. We haven't seen it yet, but I think we're going to see it in short order. I think it's only a matter of time with his playmaking ability. He'll break a couple of these suckers. I think it won't be long before we see a lot of highlight plays of Omarion Hampton with big runs gashing defenses. But in the meantime, we're just getting good, steady, solid, consistent runs. Really nice start to his career by the rookie. All right, let's end on some pass protection from Hampton, and there he is, of course, in a standard tailback alignment with no fullback. You can see right there, one tight end, one H-back on the right side of your screen, right side of the offensive formation. Look, pass protection isn't Hampton's strong suit. It's going to be a play fake to him. He's going to try and block the edge defender, and it's okay. It's kind of mediocre. He does just enough. But one thing I like about Hampton is his effort, right? He's not the best in terms of pass protection, and I'm saying that as nice as I possibly can. He's got a lot of things to work on in pass pro, but he puts forth the extra effort as he tries to make this first block. It goes okay, but he keeps working to make another block. Helps result in a big play for the Chargers offense. Let's check it out. There's a snap, play action, pass pro there. Not stupendous, but he gets back up, throws another block. Herbert throws the ball downfield. Great throw, great catch, huge play. Again, let's break this down, guys. Is this like a highlight film block from Hampton right here? I mean, no. But I'm going to be totally honest. Like right here, that's the first read. That's the second read. It's just not there. So right here, then Herbert gets into scramble mode. But he gets off his butt and throws another block. It's those effort plays. It's the next level stuff. Look, it's not always going to be superstar plays. It's not always going to be the home run hitters. And look, pass protection, definitely not great from Omarion Hampton. Got a long way to go. This is a situation where it looks really ugly. But this is defensive end. This is number 92, right? This is a big dude, right? Rookie running back on an edge defender. That is a mismatch. And if you cut, you would like to see how he lowers his head right there. What you want to do is kind of lift your head up to kind of raise your arm to see if you can do more. See how he kind of has to, when he hits him, he kind of loses all momentum. You want to kind of drive your hips through that if all possible. Try and shoot through one of the legs, ideally the outside leg. But look, he does just enough there, right? That's sort of like baseline level acceptance. That's okay. But then he gets up and delivers another block. It's the effort plays, guys. It's the little things, right? We know Hampton's a good runner, but it's the fact he's got good hands. He finishes runs, and he's willing to get up off his butt to do things he absolutely hates and he's not the best at in terms of pass protection. That separates him. I think he's going to get better at pass pro. I think he's going to become a better receiver. I think he's going to become a better runner the more reps he gets. I think he's got a very bright future. I love his effort. I love his mentality. He fits exactly what the Chargers are trying to do with their offense.